I, whose youth was passed in the august, unchallenged, and tranquil glories of the Victorian era, may well feel a thrill in invoking once more the prayer and the anthem. God save the Queen.
God bless you all.
I crown you with a crown of glory and righteousness.
And with it begins a new era. The new Elizabethan age.
I, Charles Philip Arthur George.
I, Charles Philip Arthur George.
Take thee, Diana Frances.
Take thee, Diana Frances.
To my wedded wife.
The Prince and Princess of Wales have decided to separate.
A short while ago, Buckingham Palace confirmed the death of Diana, Princess of Wales. The princess died following a car accident.
William Arthur Philip Louis.
I, William Arthur Philip Louis.
Take thee, Catherine Elizabeth.
Take thee, Catherine Elizabeth.
To my wedded wife.
To my wedded wife.
To have and to hold from this day forward.
To have and to hold from this day
I,
forward.
Harry, take you, Meghan.
I, Harry, take you, Meghan.
To be my wife.
Involving Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. The couple stepping down as senior members of the family.
For the couple, even stripping them of their royal title.
One British tabloid calls it Megxit.
Now let's take a look at what happens after Elizabeth, beyond Elizabeth. I mean, who takes over after Elizabeth? Now, they've got it set up where there's 5,753 descendants that can follow up in her footsteps. So 5,753, that's a lot of people standing in line to become king or queen. But let's take a look at the Queen of England and who comes after. Now, to make it real simple, we're only going to go through the first 13 because I'm not going to go through 5,753 names. Queen Elizabeth had 4 kids. So she starts out with those 4 kids: Charles and Anne and Andrew and Edward. So just think about that. Now, the first in line, if she passes away, or when she passes away, will be Prince Charles. Now, that's the Prince Charles that married Diana, for those of you that aren't paying attention. And Prince Charles has 2 children. He has Prince William and he has Prince Harry. Now, those are the 2 that have been in the news the most because they're in direct line. Well, actually, William is in direct line to become king. Prince Charles is 71 years old. So it's very highly likely, unless something happens to William, that he will most likely be king of England probably sooner than later. Although the Queen's mother lived to 103. So the Queen, she's 93 now. She may be around for, who knows, another 10 years. But at some point, unless Charles dies before her, Charles will be king of England. After him, it'll be William. William has the number 2 spot. Now, Prince William has 3 kids. He has George, and he has Charlotte, and he has Prince Louis. So if Charles is number 1 and William's number 2, the next one in line is going to be another King George. He'd be number 3. And then after that, Charlotte is number 4, and then Louis is number 5. So there's your first 5 right there in the lineup. Now, if Kate and William have another child, then that'll be number 6. But right now, number 6 is Harry. That's the Harry that's married to Meghan, the 2 that wanted to leave the royal castle. So more on that later on.
Goodbye.
Harry and Meghan have a child, and that child's name is Archie. Archie is number 7. The next in line is Prince Andrew. Now, he's number 8. Now, Prince Andrew is the one that's gotten in trouble lately about the whole Jeffrey Epstein thing, because he was seen with Jeffrey Epstein in 2010. There was a picture taken of him in Central Park in New York, and he's gotten a lot of trouble. There's a woman, in my opinion, she's a slut. She's come out and she said that she slept with Prince Andrew back when she was 17 years old, that Epstein had arranged the whole thing. She said that she was a sex slave. I'm not going to get into that right now. That would be definitely another show way down the line. But, and I'm not trying to say that Epstein was innocent either, but I think that Andrew is innocent, because there's a photograph of Andrew with his arm around this girl. Now, let me show you this photograph. Now, look at this. In my opinion, and I'm an expert at Photoshop, that photograph was photoshopped. On top of that, there's other circumstantial evidence about Prince Andrew's character that has been verified through other sources of the family who say that there is no way he would be caught in that kind of compromising position. So, just for the record, I don't believe that slut is telling the truth when it comes to Prince Andrew. I don't know Prince Andrew personally. I've never met him. But based on the photographic evidence that she's presenting and based on her testimony and slutty way of life, I don't believe any of it. But that's just my opinion. Anyway, he is number 8 in line to be King of England. Now, he has 2 children. Princess Beatrice is number 9 and Princess Eugene is number 10. He's got 2 daughters. The next one after that is Prince Edward. Prince Edward is number 11. Now remember, this is going back to Queen Elizabeth's kids. So there's Charles and there's Anne and Andrew and Prince Edward. Right now, he's number 11. And remember, though, that if Prince William has another child, then that changes the ranking order in everybody. So that bumps everybody down. But right now, Prince Edward is number 11. Now, Prince Edward has 2 kids. The first one is named James. He's a Viscount. The Viscount James is number 12. The second child is Lady Louise. Lady Louise is number 13. And that brings us to number 14. And that would be Princess Anne. Princess Anne, which is another child of Queen Elizabeth. Princess Anne is number 14. Now, Princess Anne had 2 kids. Her first child is named Peter Phillips. Peter Phillips is number 15 in the ranking. And he has 2 children. So you see how the ranking goes? After him, there's 2 children. There's Savannah and there's Elizabeth. Savannah is number 16 and Elizabeth is number 17. So hypothetically, we could have another Queen Elizabeth at some point. But it's very unlikely that we're going to get this far down in the numbers. But just for kicks, let's look at the last 3. And the last 3 is the other child of Anne, Princess Anne, and her name is Zara. Zara is number 18 in line to become queen. And Zara has 2 children. Zara's kids' names are Mia, or Maya. She's number 19. And then the other child's name is Lena Elizabeth. Lena Elizabeth is number 20. And that's as far as I'm going to go in the list, because beyond that is just silliness. I guess if the entire palace was blown up with all of the royals in it, then they would get on down to number 30 or 40 or 5,753 or whatever it was. Anyway, there are a lot of people in line to be king or queen, and every time the crown prince has a baby, everybody's number gets bumped down. It's like playing bingo, and every time you start to announce that you got bingo, they exchange your card out for a new one. Hey, if you enjoyed the show, you should watch all of my other shows. I got a whole lineup of shows of BarbWire Strategy where we talk about an ordinary man's extraordinary point of view here on BarbWire Strategy. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. I really need you to subscribe. Subscribers are harder to come by than hen's teeth. So help me and the Donald out by subscribing and liking. And watch often. And stay tuned for my next show on BarbWire Strategy. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again. We'll see you later.